just got quiet.
I know, right?
I just killed it.
I don't know what happened. I don't know what's going on. I was going to sit there. He told me to sit here.
Oh, hello.
Can you just state for all of us recording who you are, what you do?
Hi, I'm Nicole Beharie. I play Lieutenant Abbie Mills in the Fox television show Sleepy Hollow.
I'm Orlando James. I play Captain Frank Irving on Sleepy Hollow with Nicole Beharie.
Orlando, starting to so far it seems that Captain is kind of, there seems to be more there under the surface than we've seen yet. Can you tease anything for us without revealing something?
All sounds a little crazy to me. Man's riding around, no head on, demons and witches and whatnot. I think it's a little difficult to believe, so he's definitely working through that. And, there's certain things I believe and certain things I don't. I think the best description for Irving is assume I know everything.
Nicole, I was wondering if you could talk about...
That's heavy.
Right? And that sounded good, right? Thank you. I felt good about that.
Nicole, I was wondering if you could talk about being like a female lead, and now you have your sister also to work with and being like kind of two kick-ass females when that's not usually the case.
I think it's kind of groundbreaking what we have going on. First of all, they brought in Abbie, and Abbie is a hero sort of unbeknownst to herself. Like, she didn't know that all these things were going to happen to her and that she had all these powers to sort of draw upon. And then she also finds out when she reconnects with her sister that her sister has all of this information and these resources. And then we find out that, like, Katrina is this witch that has all these. So I love that, like, all these women in the show actually are an integral part of saving the world. That they're not just there as like a piece to sort of move the story on, and they're not just batting eyelashes. Like, we're helping to make the thing happen, if not actually making the thing happen. I personally think.
I think
if you look at all the episodes, I threw the book. Okay, I threw the book. I saved the guy.
That's right.
So.
Go Oprah. Go ahead.
Yeah, it's just like that's really a big part of it, and I'm honored to be a part of that. And then they're also, it's a diverse cast too. So that's ace. Works for me.
What kind of character development are we supposed to be expecting later on through the series between the both of you?
No.
Sometimes I feel like you're the boss. Actually, I always feel like you're the boss. I think what's really interesting about the show is that we are in Tarrytown. We're in Sleepy Hollow. And you never know who's good or evil in this show at this point and where they stand. So in the subsequent episodes, you'll see a lot of development about who actually is living in Sleepy Hollow and their involvement really into the main story. You also see, obviously, a lot about what's happening between us and getting to know our backstories a lot better. And
especially yours, right?
A lot with mine.
We haven't really.
Yeah, a lot with my ex-wife and my daughter, and plenty of things that I literally would get my head chopped off if I told you. But suffice to say, I don't think you'll get ahead of it. I think there's a lot more to come, and I think you're still meeting demons and creatures that you haven't yet seen yet. So that part is kind of exciting for all of us, and I think the discovery between all the characters, with hers, with Lindy, who plays your sister, Jenny. Actress's name is Lindy, I guess. It's going to be fun.
Can you guys talk about any of the creatures that the designer said that kind of freaked you out the first time you saw them?
The Sandman freaked me out a little bit. Horseman didn't scare me as much as the Sandman, the guy with the horns. That thing is creepy to me.
Okay, I'm 5'1", right? I have, in the next few episodes, I run downstairs. He's like chasing me with an axe, and I'm a little person, and he's a big guy, like in real life, the guy who plays the horseman.
Yeah.
So I'm
like
scared
6'5".
by the horseman.
No, yeah.
He's on horses, and I'm in heels, like running.
This show is crazy because the horse is there. It's not like it's CGI, and she's right. He's like 6'6".
Yeah.
And when he's swinging the axe, it's not. But I'm sorry, with the man and the blurry.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
The blurry man is weird.
That's just weird. Homeboy turns into dust. I ain't with that. It's creepy for me.
Anything you guys, sorry. You want to go first?
We haven't seen much of the Horseman, the Headless Horseman yet this season, besides from the premiere. How sparingly is he used up for the finale?
I don't know about sparingly, but you'll see him again if you miss him. He's coming back. I don't miss him, but he's there.
And I think what's cool is you also get to learn about his backstory. I mean,
which is really juicy.
Yeah, that's really cool. I mean, normally, people just go as the Headless Horseman, but to actually see him before he was headless and to understand a bit why he became,
It's like that show Wicked, the Broadway show where they why is she the witch?
Yeah.
Why is he the horseman?
Yeah, it's kind of dope to go back into that mythology and understand who he is as a human before he became what he is. That's one of my favorite parts of it right now.
Being here at Comic-Con, this huge fan event, how are you guys finding fan interaction, whether you're just working the press circuit or anything like that? I know you're doing social media a lot now. I follow you on Twitter or Tumblr or somewhere, and
I've been doing it for a long time.
the fans love everything that you've been doing on Tumblr. So how are you finding interacting with the fans now that you are? You guys seriously should be following on Tumblr. It's awesome.
I mean, look, anybody here who pays any attention to digital media knows I'm no real stranger to it. I live tweet all the episodes, even the Latin American ones I do in Spanish, and I don't speak Spanish, so it's Google Translate, and I'm messing it up, but I love it. It's nice to break the fourth wall and mess with fans a little bit, because I think the assumption has always been that we don't really know anything about that world, and that the fan fiction world, and shipping and all the terms that go along with it are sort of alien to actors. And that might very well be true, but it's not alien to
Why
us.
did he point to me? He said that might be true.
No, not at all. You're on set like a wild person, and
No, he's been really taking care of us and making it very clear that there's a whole world out there. And I've never been a part of this type of show where the fans, and also sort of an event that happens weekly. So you do a movie, you walk away from it, maybe people say a few things sparingly, but to know that every Monday people will show up and say whatever they think about it is it's just a whole nother beast to me.
It's amazing.
And it is amazing. It is amazing. You feel it right away, and I think being at Comic-Con is parallel to that. You actually feel it right away, whereas when you're in the studio working, you don't know what connects with people, you don't know what works or doesn't work, and people are not afraid to say this works and this doesn't
or
work.
I don't get that. I mean, look, the best part about it for me is that coming from theater, which we both come from, the interaction is immediate, as Nicole says. The interaction that you're able to get digitally is really immediate, and because we're sort of isolated in North Carolina, it really sort of gives us an opportunity to be not with executives and not with the show, just to actually see what's landing and hear what the fans are saying. And because the fan fiction is so good and the fan art is so amazing, no matter what's going on in your day, you get some picture that somebody, I literally was tweeting this morning, I don't know, did you see this? This is awesome. They did a phone conversation. It's a text message conversation between you and Ichabod. You go out to the store and you're tweeting picking up tea with Ichabod. It is the funniest conversation. I mean, it is so hilarious, yo. Wait till you see it. I mean, stuff like that it's you and him having a text conversation, and he doesn't understand any of the BRB or LOL. He's like, what does that mean? It's so great. So that stuff is fun.
How comfortable is it knowing that you guys can pick for next year as opposed to the full season pickup?
Wow.
Yeah, and so soon.
Yeah.
It's kind of amazing. We're just honored. We're glad that I can only speak for myself, but honored that people have shown up and that they've been watching us, and that Fox is feeling like they can move forward. They feel confident enough to think that we can stick it out.
Yeah, I mean, I was a fan of, early Josh Whedon stuff, and, a lot of the stuff that fits into the fan fiction world, as a fan, it gets canceled, so, and I think like any fan, I was expecting, wait, they don't muck this up, and chop our heads off too soon, so it was exciting to be picked up so early, and, I think the whole process, I've never seen anything like this, so this is, it's kind of fun.
Nicole, one thing that was interesting.
You're hogging all the questions.
Try to make it good one. One thing that was interesting about your character is it's a female character who we've gotten to know without introducing a male love interest. Will that trend continue, or are we going to start to get some characters?
Well, ex-male love interest, Morales.
Yeah.
There's been little hints, little teasers.
Yeah. I think everyone across the board, everyone's life is going to start to plump and fill out a little bit. So there's going to be a little bit of everything, but I think what you said is true. She's not driven by a romantic interest, which is what is really powerful about that movie. And that doesn't change. But will there be some admirers? I sure hope so.
How is it getting everybody to believe? Because the visuals here are great, but it's dependent on your character whether us as an audience who don't live in this world believe these things can happen. Do you feel the pressure of that?
Well, I think Irving has that. I feel like all the people in the precinct have to sort of ground it. All of us have that sort of disbelief and figuring out how to like be in the world and still have the sides of it, but not completely buy into the fantasy. Like I can't totally be like a doll, you know. I have to still be a cop and like go for this thing. Do I feel pressure? I think it's more exciting. I think it's sort of like a fun challenge because sometimes I'll be working on a scene and I'm like, ooh, no, it's getting a little corny. I gotta pull it back. Let's go back and like change this, or we'll toss around some ideas.
Yeah.
And it's just a great challenge. It's kind of a great challenge to have, and I think we actually get better at it
Yeah, it's
now
tough
that we
to
understand it.
Yeah, I agree with you. I think it's tough to ground, but for me, I like you, but I believe that she's the entry point for me. So, and I like holding the premise under scrutiny because it sucks to me when we just go, oh, believe this. So I actually like the fact that I'm sort of going, A doesn't equal B, it just means A. And I like, playing someone who's so different than myself and who's such an exacting person.
I'm sorry, you guys, I'm going to have to cut it. We're going to